No announcement, no fanfare. Doug Ford's new government has quietly put a number of liberal laws on hold, including toughening up rules around vaping, which impact how it is sold and where it can be used. Under Kathleen Wynne's government, the new vaping law, which should have gone into effect July 1st, has been paused. It essentially would have made vapers follow the same rules as smokers. For example, no vaping inside restaurants or movie theaters. Vaping operators are happy the legislation is going to be revisited by the new government because it impacts how they sell their products. If this new legislation had become law a couple of days ago, what would be different here?
Our front windows would be completely fogged out. The main thing for me is the vaping inside of vape shops. We want vape shops to be considered specialty shops where you're allowed to vape inside because
to test out the product.
To test out the product.
So you weren't going to be able to display any of your product or teach somebody how to use it under the new legislation?
Under the new legislation, yeah.
Now, Jesse, the store owner I was just talking to, tells me the Liberals were basing the vaping legislation on very little science. He believes vaping is safer than cigarettes. Councillor Joe Mihevc, though, who's on the Public Health Board, disagrees with halting the new legislation. Take a look at what he tweeted out. Vaping has already had an intense review by the Ontario public health community. Multiple concerns had been analysed and vaping has been found lacking. Let's not go backward on controlling the ill health effects of tobacco. Now, the Ford government has also paused legislation which would make changes to the Police Services Act, which includes greater oversight to policing. They've also paused Ontario's anti-scalping law, which would cap the resale prices of concert tickets. I'm told by a government spokesperson this was decided during Doug Ford's first cabinet meeting on Friday, just after he was sworn in. The new government wants more time for its new cabinet ministers to be able to study and consult on the changes. NDP leader Andrea Horwath, though, is accusing Doug Ford of governing in secrecy because no announcements about all of this were made.